Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review over at Caster-on-Sea. Reviewing this fella, so you can just about see it on the camera. There you go. So Muntons Coffee Porter. Bought it for 12 quid for the kit. Literally, yeah, 12 quid. And brewed it. It brewed for close to 2 weeks, I think it was, in total. And then I had a week in secondary fermentation. Here is that beer. So the head's gone because I poured it about 5 minutes ago. So there's this slightly off-white head on this. Yeah, and a lovely coffee nose. To say this is homebrew, it's literally as good as a lot of commercial beers. You know, I've tasted a lot of commercial beers from a lot of good breweries and big breweries and some not so big breweries, and this is one of them beers that's right up there. It's to say it's homebrew, and I mean what you pay for the kit is probably the similar sort of price that you pay for the raw ingredients to do the beer on a commercial kit. If it was only for a £40 kit, obviously. Um, but yeah, there's the pour. Yeah, lovely coffee nose on this. And again, lovely coffee taste as well. It's tasting spot on. Quite a nice burst of coffee. I wouldn't call it too intense, but I would call it, you're getting that coffee flavour, which is, it's nice to have a beer with a decent coffee kick to it. Reminds me of some of them coffee biscuits that you get, or that you used to get at least, like coffee creams and that. It's that sort of thing. It's that sort of flavour. So it's not. If you think about some of the coffee beers that are out there these days, some can be intensely too coffee, and there's a balance, and that balance is don't go silly with flavours. I mean, whatever beer you make, you want a beer that you actually get the flavour, because that is actually the prime reason behind that beer, but not to overdo it. And sadly, it is the thing that a lot of them do seem to overdo the flavours, is what it is, I suppose, on that side of things. So, having a great time so far over in Caster-on-Sea. Like I say, Friday, went over to low cost beer, and my phone just died. Yeah, it's just died. Went over to Caster-on-Sea and then to St. Peter's Brewery, and ended up in the night up the road in the California Tavern. Had 4 different beers there, and today, wow, what a day. Went over to Southwold for the first time ever. Literally, what is it, 40-50 minutes from here, all little farty roads. So on a motorway it'd have been about 20 minutes, but on these roads, and the absolutely ridiculous amount of roundabouts. What is it with roundabouts in this part of the world? I've never seen so many roundabouts. It's like every single road's got a chuffing roundabout on it. It is what it is, I suppose, but yeah, I mean, God, if we didn't go through 100 roundabouts, I'd be surprised. Um, but yeah, fantastic day. Adnams, wow. And I will do this in a proper review, reviewing Adnams and their what they stand for in that part of the world, and in Savrald, and literally everywhere. It's Adnam's town, and it's absolutely amazing to see. Um, yeah, it's truly gobsmacking when you see that a brewery has such um, a key place in the community, in the town. The beers are amazing, not just the beers you see in supermarkets, beers that you've never seen in supermarkets. In their shop. Their shop is absolutely outstanding. Um, it's everything that these breweries in Nottingham aren't doing, and whether they can afford to do it, well, there's another thing. But it's they're another level. They are truly on another level, another playing field. Uh, it's like there's an Americanism that's got into Adnams, and for the good. And German beers, Adnams, wines, spirits, um, obviously Adnams beers, mini kegs, merch, um, soaps and stuff. It's crazy how good they are. Um, when you see it for the first time and you see a brewery that is that good, you've got all these craft beer breweries that try to be something that they clearly aren't, and then you've got a brewery that clearly is next level, without having to be a craft brewery. Um, then you're talking. I mean, they are the epitome of what a brewery should be, and it's opened my eyes, and it's sometimes you need to visit places to see how big they are in their location they're in. And in Adnams, there's lots of breweries, I think, as far as I know, quite all over. And I mean, I'm not overly fond of Ghost Ship because it feels like it's been commercialised too much. But their other beers, wow, stunning. Anyway, back to the coffee porter. Yeah, it's 5%. It's certainly the sort of beer, if I had another barrel, that I would maybe put out for my wedding vows. Um, it's easy going, it's easy drinking, and at 12 quid, with the price of sugar at 95 pence these days, ridiculous. Uh, Another quid for the sugar, 13 quid. You get in 30, I think it's 35 pints, if memory serves me correctly. A very decent beer. Even if you paid the full price at 15 quid, it is an absolute must try a homebrew. You're getting coffee beer that would not be out of place in craft beer breweries. And that's saying something. Um, Truly outstanding. Before they disappear, I'd like to do the taproom beers, and the watermelon sour, and there was another one I can't remember the name of. But I'd like to do them because if the quality and for the price, the quality is amazing. Um, you're getting 35 pints. The beer's top notch. Muntons are good brewery anyway. You're not getting the old-fashioned beer that where you get no aroma and you get that home brewery taste, which is not really nice. And this, you're actually getting something that tastes like decent, is decent, and wow, simple as that. Wow, and that is my review out of 5, because I bought the out of 5s back. Um, I've listened to feedback, and to a point at least. Um, and I'm not happy with him not giving it an out of 5. The fact of the matter is, some strange noises around here. With scores, what you've got to remember is it's only my opinion at least, and that's what that's, to me, it is what it is. But scores mean one thing. Would I drink it again? Obviously means the bigger picture. To drink it twice, any beer, that overseeds the score, or it really balances it out, because you can give a big score to something, but you wouldn't drink it again. So that says, yeah, it's a decent beer, but it's not a beer that you'd want twice. I wouldn't want twice anyway. But this, absolutely stunning. For me, a very good 4.6 out of 5. It delivers massively on aroma and taste and re-drinkability. The fact is, the three ladies over the last few days have been drinking this, and I bought enough bottles to see how they go, and they loved it. That's all you need to know. People who aren't beer drinkers, who aren't reviewers, are liking the beer. Nobody's trying to make a statement, which happens a lot these days, and obviously they get a lot of viewers for making a statement. Yeah, not for me. But anyway, yeah, cracking nonetheless. Cheers all.